Hello and welcome back to the Baggies Podcast YouTube channel, where of course we're giving you all the latest news, views and opinions on all things Albion. Today back again with another video on the Baggies Podcast YouTube channel. Today we're talking all about Saturday's game against Peterborough United, which kicks off on Saturday the 28th of August against at 8 o'clock against Peterborough, of course. So we're going to be talking and previewing ahead to that game, talking all the facts and figures from the opposition, and also taking a look at what we can expect from this Albion side against the Posh. So yes, if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe to the Baggies Podcast YouTube channel. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It'd be a massive help if you could get involved and help us out with that. Just click subscribe down below and turn the notification bell on if you want to never miss an upload, and obviously comment down below your score predictions for this game. It's going to be a good one against Peterborough. A new ground for quite a lot of people at the Western Home Stadium, but yeah, looking forward to this one and hopefully going to be a good one. Make sure you commented down your score predictions. Let's get straight into this match. So, of course, going ahead to the Peterborough game, it's going to be a difficult clash against a side that picked up some decent points in the Championship so far. Obviously, picking up a win, a draw and a loss, sitting them just above the relegation zone, a couple of places above that, in fact, in 17th place for Peterborough. So, it's going to be a difficult one. Definitely not going to be a walkover or one that, people think that we're going to get the points from immediately. It's going to be a very tough tackling game, and one that we're going to need to bring all of our eggs to for this one. So, yeah, in terms of the opposition, they've got a very good side. Obviously, starting the league games out with a 2-1 win against Derby County, and obviously, against Luton Town. They lost 3-0 to start with, and then going into the game against Derby County in a 2-1 win, then a 2-2 draw against Cardiff, which was a pretty hard fought one really, and one that ended up with Cardiff coming back late on in the game to play. But the game against Derby impressed me with their late comeback really. They were 1-0 down in that game until very late in the day when Harrison Burrows and Sikri Dembele scored added time equalisers and winners to win that game. They obviously lost 1-0 at Preston in the previous Championship clash, and they're already out of the EFL Cup, so there's no need to talk more about that. So in terms of players to look out for Peterborough, I think is one that I'm going to look and point at is going to be Jonson Clarke-Harris. Although he hasn't quite shown the perhaps ability that we thought we might do at Championship level so far, he's still a very good player in the Championship, and probably will be after all the goals he scored against League One opposition last year, and one that we were looking at, in fact a striking target that we were looking at. Sikri Dembele alongside him has been a guy who's taking on players with speed and dribbling and agility, and has done very well. Obviously related to Karamoko Dembele, who's a current Celtic player, but got 11 goals in the last season in League One. So definitely one to look out for in Sikri Dembele. Jack Marriott's a player who interests me because obviously he's now into I think his second spell at Peterborough United. Scoring 27 in 44 appearances in the 17-18 season for them, but then coming back after a loan at Sheffield Wednesday after leading Derby this summer as well. So, good to see a team coming up to League One and obviously trying to play the right way. I think it's obviously good to see a team coming up and giving some good competition and a more competitive Championship division, because obviously far too often now in the Championship we've seen teams come up from League One and then just go straight back down, and I'm not sure that'll be the case with the teams that have come up really. I think there's definitely scope for quite a few of them to really stay up in this division, and I think there's definitely that sort of dynamic that we could see these teams making the division far more competitive. So Peterborough United sitting 17th in the league, as I mentioned, 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses so far this season, with 4 points on the board. So sitting relatively comfortably 2 points above the relegation zone for now. Obviously early days, don't know what to expect from them. They may get better, they may get worse. Obviously under Darren Ferguson, son of Sir Alex Ferguson, as I'm sure that we will know, and has done a decent job at Peterborough and has been there for years and years now really. Obviously was there, he's in his second spell at the club, 4-year spell being the first one, and then 2019 onwards coming in for his second spell, getting them promoted to the second tier, which is interesting. So I think it's going to be an interesting one, and I'm looking forward to seeing who we can what we can do against Peterborough. Obviously, we'll talk about West Brom now and talk about what we can bring to the table. I think, obviously, the cup defeat against Arsenal hopefully won't live too long in the memory of some of the players. Obviously, not going to be too big of a, not going to be too many, not going to be too many players that are going to have a hangover from the 6-0 cup defeat. However, I think that, you know, it's just unfortunate that the cup defeat has happened to all these kids. But of course, they won't all be playing, and certainly most of them aren't going to be playing on the weekend. So hopefully, there's going to be more scope for them to put that behind them. And then obviously, we're looking at the side that's going to face it, and it's going to have Peterborough on the weekend. It's going to have rarely any of those young players in it. So I look forward to seeing what sort of lineup we put up. But I think looking at the lineup that played, I think in terms of ones that are going to take over to the Arsenal game, I think you're probably going to see somebody like I think you're probably going to see Kipre on the bench. You'll probably see Snodgrass on the bench, maybe Castro on the bench, Reach on the bench, and then Tullett probably on the bench. But Tullett didn't actually get involved, to be honest. But I think. I'm hopefully looking forward to seeing some of these academy prospects getting into the first team. However, I doubt that's going to happen too soon. It's just a shame. But yeah, in terms of the side that Albion might play, I think we'll go in goal, Sam Johnston, a back three. Obviously, Matt Clark's injury is going to unfortunately rule him out of this one, so I'm probably going to go for Ajayi Bartley and Dara O'Shea at the back. Then left wing back, we'll go for Connor Townsend. Right wing back, Darnell Furlong. It's worth noting actually that David Button is out with COVID case. He was one of them, and then Callum Robinson was the other one. But yeah, I think that's unfortunate that they're out, and hopefully they get better soon. Hopefully not too unwell from that. But not Kenneth Zahour, was just thinking about the lineup that played, and I was about to say that he wasn't going to play. But yeah, I think in terms of those, I think Robinson's the one that caused the biggest difficulty. But I go with Mowat and Livermore in the midfield, and then front three are probably Grant, Dean, Garner, and I think that's quite difficult actually. Maybe Tullett would have to come in or something like that. I think that's probably, or Phillips. Yeah, Phillips is probably the most obvious one of those. I think Phillips to come in, I think, would be a reasonable choice, and hopefully we'll see some of the youngsters on the bench. I was impressed with Caleb Taylor against Arsenal, so I hope that he gets his chance to get involved in the side and get play. But yeah, I think the youngsters against Arsenal did well, but I don't think they're going to be pushing for first team action too soon. Obviously, that's going to knock a bit of the stuffing out of them, but I think there's a few of them in there that could make first team appearances, and Caleb Taylor is one of them. I was just so impressed. I'm sure you saw in the matchday vlog that I uploaded yesterday that was just, I was full of praise for him, really, to be honest. I think it's done really well to blood these youngsters, but unfortunately that. We're looking at some good players coming back into the side now for Albion in this game against Peterborough. Of course, looking forward to seeing the guys back in action. Obviously, Val Ball is in full flow and was in full flow, but I think that I think we look at the side that Albion are going to play. It's going to be a completely different ball game to the one against Arsenal. So the high press is going to be back, and the high press is going to be far more effective. I think obviously Val chucked the players in to a system that perhaps they're not really used to. Obviously they've been playing 3-4-3 among the reserve sides and the under-23 sides, but I didn't quite think that was going to happen really with the side that that's going to play, that played in the under-23 games. But obviously the more effective the press is with the senior squad, it's going to be back to normal, I hope, and I hope that Valérien Ismaël, obviously I was quite close to him in the Arsenal game. If you saw from the vlog, I sat in the Halfords Lane stand for this one-off fixture, really, and it was really nice to see Valérien Ismaël doing a lot of coaching. I must say he's doing really a lot of one-on-one work with the players, and a lot of passion in that technical area, which is something I haven't really seen too up close, but it was nice to see. But in my opinion, I think this game against Peterborough is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, comment your score predictions down below, but I'm going to say I think in terms of the game, it's going to be quite tight, and tighter than a lot of Albion fans think. But I think if we can get an early goal, I think it might be one for the taking. I'm going to go for 3-1 Albion. I think that a goal from Johnson, Clark, Harris, and then two goals from Carlan Grant and one from Matt Phillips. I think will do us. I think we just need an early goal. But however, that does bring me to the end of this match preview. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Make sure you drop a comment with your score prediction down below, and obviously let me know if you're going to watch the game. Let me know if you're heading to the Western Home Stadium for the first time. If this is your first time going to there, let me know in the comment section below. But that does bring me to the end of this video. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next match preview, hopefully coming very soon after the international break. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.